Hi everyone!
Hello.
Welcome back to our channel. In 3 minutes, makakausap natin si Jillian Cortez. Ano siya, mortgage specialist. Para mag pre-approval. Consultation lang muna ito. Si Alex, kakarating niya lang talaga sa work 5 minutes prior. So,
May Christmas party nga doon sa trabaho, kaya kala ko malalate ako dahil sobrang traffic pala, daming tao sa daan yan.
yeah.
Kararating ko lang.
Ako naman work from home, kaya nakapambahay, kakaligo ko lang. Pero, let's see kung ano yung mga pag-uusapan during this consultation.
Yung mascot natin, nakikishow sa dito.
Ang kulit-kulit, as in, ang kulit niya.
Hello, good afternoon. May I please speak with Molly?
Yeah, speaking.
Hello, Molly. Kamusta? Bigyan Protesto.
Hello, Julian. Okay naman kami.
Yan. Very interesting yung notes mo dun sa appointment natin. Okay, so I'm just going over your notes. So you guys moved out of Calgary. You sold your first property back in 2021. Tapos you were gone for 3 years.
Yes.
Oo. Kakabalik lang ninyo ng Calgary. Were you in Canada?
No, nasa Philippines talaga kami the whole time. For good na dito.
Career break siya nung tinig namin.
Career.
Yeah, pero
wow.
na-extend.
Okay, that's nice. And then, okay, so, yun nga, nabanggit ninyo dito, you have a YouTube channel, wondering kung pwede ma-record yung journey ng home buying.
Yeah.
Yes. Pre-approval. And then you're also looking to, purchase, no?
Yes.
Sometime next year.
Yes.
So, balik na kayo, both kayo ni Alex, or back to work, na dito?
Yes, balik na. Full-time ako, and then si Alex is, full-time yung hours niya, pero hindi siya, considered na full-time employee ng Calgary Stampede.
Okay.
Casual part-time.
Casual part-time siya
Ang
ang tawag doon sa position. Binibigyan na ako ng full-time hours. Pero dahil nga casual part-time, may possibility na i-shift nila yun kung sakali man.
I don't know how you guys would want to do this, but I'm very open naman to tawag dito, collaborating. Collaborating.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, good to hear.
So, what is your target purchase price na?
Well, yung comfortable talaga
yes,
kami
yung,
is
yun yung
nasa 600 to 700.
Yeah.
Pero we're hoping na ma-approve sa ganon kasi nga iba na yung sitwasyon. Iba na din
Considering din yung realistic
Oo.
na mga numbers din. Pero yun nga,
Yeah.
ang sana namin is between 600 to 700.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, we can definitely look into your situation. And I can give you further advice as I get more information from you. So yeah, syempre titignan natin yung mga qualifications inyo. If you can still remember yung mga nung bumili kayo nung una. So we'll look into your incomes, employment, minimum down payment, yung assets ninyo, liabilities ninyo. So yun yung mga bumubuo naman ng mortgage application natin. But good to know na ang target purchase price, good that I have an idea kung magkano yung target purchase price ninyo. Para kung sakasakali na hindi man tayo makaabot doon sa target purchase price na yun, I can give you further advice as to what we need to do para makuha natin yung target na yun. So when we do our pre-approvals, I'll give you yung maximum ninyo based on your qualifications, right? And at the same time, I'll present to you yung option na, okay, since we know that you're targeting 600,000, 700,000 na purchase price, ipigil naman natin to qualify for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, anong living situation ninyo? Are you guys renting?
Yes, we are currently renting dito sa Walden. 1,800 siya dahil may aso kami. Exclusive of utilities. Yung consultation ba is you'll get some information from us and then we'll do in person then after, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's totally up to you. So typically, how we do yung consultation is over the phone. So this is where we complete the mortgage application. So I usually gather yung mga information over the phone. And then after ng initial call natin, I will send a document checklist ng mga kailangan of for the pre-approval. Kasi when we do our mortgage pre-approval, it is fully underwritten. So talagang nanghihingi kami ng supporting documents up front before we send you back sa realtor to start looking for houses. Kasi we want to make sure na tama yung pre-approval natin and we're not sending you out there to start looking for homes ng, mamaya biglang bumalik na, ay, hindi pala pwede. Right? So, yun ang iniwasan natin yung disappointment na gano'n, na, we want to make sure na it's supported by your documents talaga. So, that way, medyo, mas malinis ang pre-approval natin, mas confident tayo knowing that, we've done a due diligence up front, na na-review namin lahat, and once na simula na kayo magtingin-tingin ng bahay, mas nandun yung confidence na okay, alam natin na this has been fully underwritten, right? Once we receive yung mga documents ninyo, we'll review. Most of the time, meron na kaming nakahanda na lender sa pre-approval stage pa lang na i-refer namin yung mga, if there's like any exceptions that we need to request from the lenders, katulad nung sa employment ni Alex. Yung casual part-time employment kasi, I'll get more information from you later regarding that. Pero usually kasi when you call it casual, parang ang dating niyan sa mga mortgage lenders kasi hindi guaranteed yung hours. Right? Although you're getting the full 40 hours per week right now, but if the employment letter says casual, to them, it sounds like, yung 40 hours that they give you right now is not guaranteed for, the whole entire employment, right? Usually, ang casual employment, ang nire-require ng lender is that you've been in that position for at least 2 years. So, meron silang 2 years na income that they can base off from yung income na gagamitin natin doon sa mortgage application. So, ganun ang casual employment. But like I said, I'll gather more information later. Pre-approval, once we get your supporting documents, kung may mga exceptions na gano'n, pinapresent na namin yun sa lender. And if the lender says no, we can't do it, then aayusin natin, no?
Yeah.
Parang
Yun
dito
yung
natin,
kasi concern din namin is yun nga, yung work condition ko kasi, yun nga,
condition.
Kaya yun yung
Yes.
namin, as much as gusto namin talaga 600 to 700, nare-realize din naman namin yung kinalalagi namin, kumbaga. Kaya,
Yeah. And we also have debt, so and
Okay.
2 cars. So yun.
yeah.
Okay. Parang very purpose of the pre-approval is to get to know where you guys currently stand, right, with your whole financial situation. And then from there, tawag dito, ayusin natin, no? Ihahanda natin, kumbaga, yung file ninyo before we advise you to start looking for homes.
Okay.
So para mas maging, kumbaga, we're setting the right expectations lang,
Yeah.
right? O yung realistic expectations.
Makakatulong din ba kung meron side gig na ginagawa ko? Nag-Uber kasi ako, like, minsan part-time.
Minsan.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that, Alex?
Since na bumalik ako mga
I think
1 year.
well, January, let's say just to be safe, January of this year.
This year,
Nag-start siya,
okay.
pero part-time lang din. He was doing it full-time, but when he nagtrabaho na siya ulit sa Calgary Stampede, part-time na lang.
Kasi yun nga yung dahil nga casual part-time ako, yun yung kumbaga fallback ako, yun yung filler ko sa kung kulang yung oras ko.
Hours, yeah.
Yun ang ginagawa ko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ang problema lang kasi sa Uber, this is treated as self-employment. Self-employed, again, minimum 2 years ang kailangan dyan kasi gusto nila makita yung trend ng income mo for the past 2
So 2
years.
years talaga yung sa kanila.
Yeah.
2 years. So yung timeline kasi, baka pa pwede natin gawin for Alex's income para at least magamit natin siya somehow, is to, kasi may lalabas na for 2025 from Calgary Stampede, right? Kasi I could use yung naging total income mo from Calgary Stampede for 2025, and then depende sa timeline ninyo. So if you're saying spring 2026, by that time syempre tuloy-tuloy yung trabaho sa Stampede, magkakaroon si Alex ng pay stub sa Calgary Stampede. So what I will do is gagamitin natin yung parang yung year-to-date income niya doon sa pay stub niya.
Okay.
So let's say March 2026 is your timeline, and so kung ano yung na-accumulate niya na income from January to March 2026, I might be able to use that on exception. So yun ang exception na pwede natin i-present sa lender. Pero it won't be much kasi income niya lang yon for the past 3 years. 3 months, sorry.
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months, right? Pero that will be supported ng naging income niya, yung T4 na makukuha natin for 2025. So we'll show that to the lender and say, okay, this is how much he made in 2025. We're being conservative by using, yung year-to-date income lang niya up until March. You guys are okay to wait longer. Titignan natin yung buong application ninyo later. If you guys are okay to wait until later, syempre, mas tataas yung year-to-date income na yon kasi, mas maraming months of income yon from Calgary.
Mas ma-reinforce ba yung case kung sakali man na may makitang full-time employment?
Kung may full-time employment ka, Alex, that would be better. Oo, na may guaranteed hours talaga. With that, ang kailangan lang natin is for you to be off of probation para magamit natin yung income na yun. Molly naman, where do you work right now?
Full-time naman ako doon. April of 2024, bumalik na ako dito sa Calgary. Nakahanap naman agad ako within few weeks. So,
Meron pa yung dependents under 15 years old?
pinaprocess pa yung adoption. So, for now, hindi pa talaga siya
Wala pa.
official, yeah.
Okay.
My mom lives with us, so she shares sa rent. Yun lang.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Ang mom mo, is she working?
No, she's retired. So, may pension
Okay.
na siya every month from the government.
Curious lang, kasi para at least ma-explore natin lahat ng possible
Yeah,
options
for
for you
sure.
guys. Would your mom be willing to co-sign for the mortgage? Kasi ang retirement income like CPP and OAS, we can add that as additional income sa mortgage application yun.
She said if she doesn't mind.
Yung credit ninyo ni Alex, kasi initially, so nandito kayo sa Canada before you went back to the Philippines and then came back.
Yeah.
Kamusta naman ang naging credit ninyo while you guys were away?
No,
Nagkaroon ba ng issues?
wala naman. Equifax, 2 months ago, si Alex nagpa-run siya. 825 yung credit score niya.
Okay.
For me, nasa 800 din. Kasi we always pay our credit cards on time.
Good outstanding naman yung credit score namin.
May aso kami ha. Makulit, sobrang kulit. Kaya kung naririnig mo akong ganyan, it's because of our dog.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Walang problema. Oo. Sige, so no issues. Kahit in the past na wala naman.
Wala.
Residency status ninyo, citizens?
Yes,
permanent residents?
Canadian citizen.
Citizens. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright. And then, as far as the down payment goes, kasi you sold your property 2021, 2023, 24, 25. So it's been more than 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Pwede na kayong ma-qualify as first-time home buyers again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yun yung
talaga
namin
yung makapasok sa market using our RRSP sana.
Noong 2021 naman nung nabenta yun, wala naman kayong binili pang properties in between, right? Dito sa Canada.
Wala.
Yung goal kasi namin ngayon is yung makukunin na bahay is dahil nga mag-stay na kami dito long term, meaning yung tatargetin namin is 10 to 15 years above yung bahay.
Yung auto loans natin, okay, magkano ang approximate balances ng auto loans na yun, tsaka magkano ang binabayaran natin by weekly or monthly?
Hindi ko alam kung magkano yung balance. We could probably ask. Tapos yung sa monthly is
Monthly na to.
monthly, yeah.
Alright, so it's really, ang liabilities ninyo are the car loans plus that line of credit.
Yes.
Maganda din kasi ang magiging effect sa application ninyo kung ma-pay off natin sa na line of credit. And also, syempre, maganda rin siya na pag-ipat ninyo on the new property, pwede tayo makapag-focus doon sa mortgage payments nang walang, iniintindi na line of credit payments, right? Yeah, it will have a, good impact on your mortgage application if we can pay off the and I will let you know. Pero as of right now, let's not do anything yet. And then we'll review the whole application.
Okay.
Saka namin kayo i-advise na, okay, let's pay this off para ma-meet natin ito. Yung mga ganun na options. So, another option is, kasi usong-uso ngayon yung mga properties na may legal basements.
Yeah, yun sana ang gusto din namin.
Yeah, isa yun sa mga
kaya gusto yun
requirements.
nasa 700 para
Yeah.
na
Okay.
merong legal
Okay.
suite.
Yeah, yun din ang isa sa Thailand.
Okay, perfect. So, I was gonna say, present that option too kasi kung ang property na makuha natin has a legal basement suite, okay, I can add yung possible income from that legal basement as additional income sa mortgage application ninyo. So, minsan malaki ang naidadagdag nito sa qualifying amount. So, I'm just gonna try that right now. I'm just gonna write this down. 600K rough estimate. This is, though, through an A-lender. Okay? Meron pa kasi tayong ibang options aside from our A-lenders. So, meron tayong mga tinatawag din na B-lenders na temporary solutions kapag hindi tayo mag-qualify sa, conventional qualifications. Right? Itong mga B-lenders na to, they are more lenient when it comes to their rules and regulations. So, parang, for example, they don't care as much sa credit, which is hindi naman issue sa case ninyo. No? Sa income din, mas flexible sila when it comes to the incomes at saka sa debt servicing ratios. It's averaging ang 1-year term is around 4.89%. Okay? So, there's a slight difference.
Okay.
1 year, oo. So, what I do with my clients, when I place them with a B-lender, so B-lenders are really just temporary solutions. So, I don't put them there in a long term, right? Longer than 3 years. So, I usually do 1 or 2 years. Kung ilang years lang ang kailangan namin para i-move ang kliyente to the A-lending side. So, in this case, kasi kung hintayin natin is mag 2 years si Alex, no? Sa casual employment niya para mag-qualify tayo sa A-lender. I would then just put you guys in like a 1-year term. Okay? Kasi kung mag 1-year term tayo, let's say that we take possession of the property April 2026 through a B-lender, matatapos yung term natin April 2027. And by that time, meron na tayong 2 years of income history from stamping. Okay? That we can then use to move you to the A-lending side.
So, 489 sa lender B average. Yung lender A, how much was it again?
Ang average would be 4.59.
59. Okay.
Ano yung forecast pagdating sa rates? Downward trend din or may possibility na mag-increase the following year?
May possibility na mag-increase. So, kasi yung US bonds, yun ang nagde-determine ng fixed rates natin. Ngayon, pag tumaas yung US bonds, tumataas ang fixed rates ng mortgages ng Canada. So, ngayon, ang trend parang actually tumaas na nga yung interest rates since
Sa fixed rate.
Last Friday, nagsimulang tumaas ang interest rates. Yung mga insured rates namin as of last Friday were meron kami mga 3-year terms na nasa 3.89, 5-year terms namin nasa 4.04. Those are insured, no, with less than 20% down. Yung mga uninsured rates namin last Friday, hindi naman gaano kataas yung jump, but it went from 4.49%, now it's up to 4.59%. So it went up by 0.10 basis point.
Pero kung halimbawa mag-go forward tayo sa lender B and then after 1 year, we go to lender A.
We're only gonna do the lender B kung talagang gusto na ninyong bumili ng property next year. Na kung walang mahanap ng full-time employment si Alex, right? So, pwede natin siyang, we can treat it as parang yung backup solution natin siya.
Yung,
Okay?
in terms of employment, kung hindi CPT, pero contract siya, sabihin natin contract for 6 months, pero full-time,
Okay.
counted ba yan? Or hindi, mas lalong worse yung scenario na yan?
Depende sa contract kasi may mga contract na may end date. Pag nakalagay sa employment letter mo na this is a contract work ending, in 6 months, tapos walang possibility of renewal, then ayaw yun ng mga mortgage lenders, right? But if it is a contract work na may possibility of renewal, we can definitely refer that to the lender for an exception. Ako naman din, nanhihinayang din ako. Kaya nga sabi ko, yung B-lender, gawin natin siyang backup solution. Kasi with your credit scores being at 800, parang you guys don't deserve to be with a B-lender. So, ang daming fees, medyo mas mataas ang
and then 1%.
So, kung ako, I'd rather wait before I put you sa B-lender. So, income yung tatlo, we pay down the line of credit down to 1,000. We keep both our loans. We get a rental suite in the basement. Down, so 600,000 purchase price.
But yung 600 purchase price, I'm not sure kung meron pang ganyan na may legal basement.
Meron kaming 640 na ginagawa ngayon. With a legal basement suite.
Oh, okay.
Pero kasi pwede din subukan natin 650 ha. 650 is doable. So para sigurado na may legal basement suite.
So for the 700, dapat may full-time si Alex kasama si Mama, LOC down to
Yep.
Okay. A lot to remember. But, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Julian, sa mga information. At least
salamat sa
natin
patience
kami.
talaga at saka pag-adjust at mag-work sa amin na at least nagkaka-idea kami kung talaga yung option.
I mean, in summary, parang sa akin, between the options that we ran today, parang I would say option 1 natin or plan A natin would be for Alex to find a full-time job. That might be the easiest. And then ito nga, yung apply ng tatlo kayo para maabot natin yung 700,000 na purchase price kasi mas malaki yung chance na makahanap tayo ng legal basement suite at that price range. Kung you tell me, okay, wala talaga kami mahanap na full-time job for Alex, then we visit the file and then explore natin yung mga other options na discuss natin kanina. Pero I would say, if you can try to find like a full-time work, that would be easiest.
Kasi yung sa mga IT jobs, medyo, matumal talaga makahanap ng full-time job.
Makahanap. Okay.
Medyo pero
very thankful sa mga insight na mga sinasabi mo about yun nga. Kasi ibang-iba na nga yung panahon pagbalik namin. So, may hirapan kami. Alam namin may hirapan kami. Pero hindi ganun, okay.
Pero at least may kumbaga may mga clarity na pwedeng i-focus na goals or adjustments na kailangan.
So let me know.
For sure.
Now, I'll put your file on hold.
Yes, please.
You let me know. Hindi na muna ako siguro manghihingi ng supporting documents from you. Pero let me know kung ano maging progress natin in the next, coming months, right?
Yeah.
Kung ano siguro ang target natin is to find that full-time job. Let me know how that goes. And kung wala talaga, and if you want to proceed with running the application ng kayong dalawa ng mom mo, for the time being, then I'll start requesting for documents from you and your mom.
Well, thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very
You're
much.
very welcome.
If we gonna contact you, like let's say if we have additional question, should we just email you or text you?
Yeah.
Ano bang best na ano?
Yeah, you can text me or call me at this number. So
Okay.
kung meron kayong mga questions, just let me know.
For sure. Alright, thank you so much,
Okay.
Rhea.
Thank you.
Alright, sige, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye-bye.
Until next time. Bye.
Malabo. Ilang oras na to? 41 minutes.
Ayan o. 41 minutes kami nag-uusap dito sa mortgage lender nga.
Ang bait ni Jillian ha. Madami
Yeah,
talaga
yeah.
siyang niraran niya lahat as much as possible ng mga scenarios para aware kami, open yung mind namin sa mga
Saka na, yun nga, at least
sitwasyon.
may idea na yung mga option A, option B, o naman, na pwedeng diskartehan para umabot dun.
Yeah.
Pero medyo kailangan
know, mahirap. So, kung may
yung pinakamalaking talaga sinasabi nga maka full-time ako. Dahil yung status na full-time, yun yung mare-recognize ng mga lenders para makonsider na talagang income yun sa pagbili ng bahay.
Yeah.
Medyo disappointing pero
Oo,
ganun
pero
talaga
yun yung
yun,
reality na
Yeah.
kailangan naming maano.
yeah, which is yun yung ina-anticipate namin na hard facts. Na ganun na yung yung haharapin namin yun bago makakuha ng bahay. So which is, yun nga, yung goal namin na makakuha next year,
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50.
Oo.
Pero at least, good na, nag-meeting kami dito sa mortgage lenders. So yung mga gustong bumili ng bahay dyan, yun ang mga advice namin.
So, narinig nyo naman, diba? Magaling talaga si Jillian.
Yeah.
Kaya, we highly recommend her. First time lang namin siya nakausap ngayon.
Mm-mm.
And, syempre, sabi nila magkuha ng dalawang, lenders, like, para ma-compare both. So, we'll do
Pero
that as well.
based sa conversation, saka sa meeting na to, very knowledgeable siya, saka talagang in-depth niya tinitingnan yung option bago kayo ibaling sa talagang route. Kasi binigyan kami ng option A or option B.
Option C pa nga eh.
May option C pa, pero extreme measure na yun.
O lender B, yeah. So, yun na lang muna. Balitaan namin kayo kung ano yung mga pwede pa namin sa susunod na next steps.
Para at least, walang disappointment na kukuha kami ng realtor, titingin ng bahay, magpe-place ng offer, tapos yung pala, wala na.
Oo, hindi pala kaya.
Kaya at least yun, medyo klarado na kung ano yung dapat matupad para makaabot sa approval.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you so much guys for watching.
Yes. Sa mga hindi pa nasa-subscribe, mag-subscribe na kayo. Sa mga nagsusubaybay hanggang ngayon, maraming salamat. Kaya, I guess, hanggang dito na lang ngayon. So, until next time.
Bye!